So for today's episode of Games That Take Me Back, we're playing a game that I didn't even know existed until a couple of weeks ago. We're playing Die Hard Trilogy. This is a thing. This exists. Die Hard Trilogy is a PS1 game that covers the first 3 Die Hard movies in a series of ridiculous, chaotic, and sometimes rage-inducing games. What? Kind of reminds me of one of those early 2000s arcade games, fighting off ridiculous amounts of enemies, with a ridiculous number of explosions overloading your senses, and driving around New York at 110 miles an hour, trying to get to checkpoints in a ridiculously short time, hitting pedestrians approximately every 4 seconds. And I'm going to talk you through my experience playing all 3 of them. I'm doing this video a little differently today, so let me know what you guys think. Always appreciate the feedback, and let's roll the intro. So up first, scale the building, save your wife, or die hard. We kick things off in the garage of the Nakatomi Plaza with our main man, John McClane. He don't do dying. He also doesn't do his head being screwed on correctly, because I'm no scientist, but I'm pretty sure that's not what a human being looks like. So the whole objective of this one is first to accidentally throw a grenade and blow up half the parking lot. And then once you're done paying the insurance, you have to basically run around the level, find your nearest pump-action Flammenwerfer. What is this shotgun? Save a few hostages, kill the bad guys, and then get to the bomb and disarm it to complete the level. Not that I would know, because despite being given multiple lives and a rather generous health system, I still decided to blow myself to bits on the first level. Die Hard would have been a very short franchise if they cast me in it. Yeah, we're gonna try that again.
Ah, that's better.
Oh. Now we're talking. What are these hostages doing here?
Get the hell out of here!
You were not here like 5 minutes ago. I didn't like how much damage I took in this level, but in the end we got the baddies, found a Red Bull, and even got to watch this guy jamming out to the soundtrack. We get to the elevator, defuse the bomb, and it's on to level 2. Great success.
Don't let him get away.
Holy my god! So despite being absolutely blindsided at the start, having to navigate very narrow hallways, and even losing my first hostage while I was laughing at the graphics, we got through this one pretty quick, and we got to the bomb, although it's worth pointing out that at this point I was already back down to 0 lives. And the next level was construction. I found a hostage having a sweet rave party, and then promptly shot him 10 seconds later. But if it's of any consolation, I wouldn't be far behind him, courtesy of a plank of wood. What? You're not seriously telling me that my bullet bounced off the plank of wood and hit me? McClane did... Fuck off. Yeah, I'm still annoyed about that one. At this point, I think, honestly, I'm done with this one. We go again! Okay, no, apparently I'm not done with this one. So one last time with Wonky McClane.
What the hell?
Garage take 3. We get to the end, actually with a whole life intact this time. I know, first time for everything. We plow through the reception, taking virtually no damage. And when I got back to construction, not only did I manage to not get dustbinned by a plank of MDF, but I even managed to get an extra life while I was at it. Oh, yes! Been waiting to see those words for like the last 20 minutes. We were rolling. Sandy Ravage up in this bitch. What is that? We made it to the end. Then they threw me into a bonus level at the top of the building, pretty much just running around trying to get hostages to a helicopter, which funnily enough, the terrorists seem to have no issue with. No, instead they want to pick on the guy whose head is attached to his right shoulder, who goes through all of this shit to save his wife multiple times, and she still divorces him. But Wonky Head McClane is my guy, so ain't no way I'm letting him die up here. We save a bunch of hostages, kill a bunch of bad guys, and disarm yet another bomb before heading down to the office where I swear to God, I walked out of the elevator and lost a life immediately. Absolute horseshit. But we quickly recovered with another extra life and my favorite gun in the whole game, the one that they clearly couldn't decide if they wanted it to be a shotgun or a flamethrower, so it just ended up being both. I quickly take advantage of my newfound power by incinerating one of my own lives, and what followed I think would be best unveiled in a quick round of who wants to guess what Wolfy did next.
Fuck.
So despite coming into this level in a pretty good position, I managed to leave with no lives and fuck all health, which then wasn't helped by me getting to the maintenance level and speedrunning Birth to an Early Grave. Could I even have avoided that? I walk out the door, there's a guy in my face, and all I have is the pump action Flammenwerfer. Now we're finally going to move on to the second game. Land the plane. Die Hard. My guy, if you thought the first one was chaos, you ain't seen nothing yet. This one goes full Night of the Living Dead. You can't even move your character. The game has to do it for you while you don't blow up taxis. But we're going to be kicking it in first person, and pretty much the terrorists are going to be flying in from all angles, no pun intended, and you have to shoot them before they shoot you. It sounds simple, doesn't it? Yeah, is it fuck? This game was absolutely batshit crazy. Explosions going off everywhere, having to shoot incoming rockets out of the sky, enemy after enemy after enemy after enemy. Can I just say, there were definitely not this many terrorists in Die Hard 2. And unfortunately, in my absolute blind panic button mashing, yeah, they weren't exactly the only ones getting shot.
This guy sucks.
Looking back through the footage, I can't tell you exactly how many civilians I killed in this playthrough, but what I can tell you is it was at least 20. It wasn't looking good. I had spunk in my eyes, my aim was dreadful, health was gradually wearing away, it looked like all hope was lost, and then suddenly, we found the pump action Flammenwerfer. Whoa! And we beat the level. I don't know how the place is still standing at the end of that. There are enough explosives involved in that to blow up a small town. And you're telling me the airport reception survived?
To the new terminal on the double.
I wasn't done. So we get started on the second level, and can we just pause for a second? That came out of one of the barrels, I swear down. This clearly is not the first incident that's happened in this airport. I was kind of hoping we could back off the pace a little bit for the second level. Yeah, fat chance of that. Thought I was handling it pretty well until I decided to blow up an innocent bystander with a rocket before pulling off this absolute corker. I really tried my best to stay alive here, but the combination of peak PS1 graphics and the fact that I was outnumbered 10 billion to 1, sadly, it was only a matter of time. Oh, no. I don't know how that suddenly segued into the plane crashing. I don't know what that's got to do with what was happening with me. I was getting my shit rocked in baggage reclaim.
Yippee-ki-yay!
You good, bro? Overall, I was pretty happy with the run, so I decided to move on. Drive the taxi, Die Hard. So we're moving on to the third and final one, and possibly the worst one. Before I even say anything about this, can we just appreciate the first 5 seconds of this run? Oh my, sorry. Yeah, this one's gonna go well. So what could I say about Die Hard 3? Taking me back to my Simpsons hit and run days. Yeah, I'm not even sure that does it justice. Try Simpsons Hit and Run meets Crazy Taxi, rated E for everyone, as in everyone gets flattened. Sorry, you got in my way, it was a skill issue. Honestly, this one's rough. You basically have to drive to the checkpoint before the time runs out, and when I say it's a small margin, you make one wrong move and it's over. But somehow, some way, I managed to bumblefuck my way to the end. We are gonna make it. Yes! Oh, that was the most chaotic shit I've ever played in my entire life. Oh my god, how many people did I run over? Wait, what are we doing? What are we doing? The second level was a bit confusing. I wasn't sure if I was supposed to be racing this guy or ramming his ass. The instructions, Your Honor, weren't exactly clear. In the end, I just assumed it was a race, and this ended up being a really short level. Yes, okay, I think we're racing. I think we're racing. Oh, you thought you were going to beat me in a race? Clearly don't know who you're up against. Our next port of call was plowing into a park bench, which proceeded to explode and kill every bird in New York. Then after a quick round of Mortal Kombat with another taxi, they wanted to send me all the way over to the other side of the park. I thought I was going to die on this one. I got lost for a bit, had a head-on collision with a JCB. Who's driving a JCB? And I actually did run out of time, but they cut me a bit of slack and I made it to the checkpoint. And can we just... Can we press F to pay respects to this guy in the red shirt who, let's face it, has had a pretty shit day. I then got into a fight with a hot dog on wheels. And lost. You gotta be shitting me. And with only one life left, oh, it was about to get even worse. And at this point, I'll let the rest of the run speak for itself. No! That's how it ends? Oh, for fuck's sake! In the drink. City destroyed. Oh my god. Citizens saved? Don't you mean citizens run over? I don't know what kind of villain I was supposed to be up against, but I'm pretty certain I killed more people than him. Am I the real villain? So that's going to do it for today's one. Die Hard Trilogy. Yep, it's a game. You know the best bit? There's actually a sequel. I'm not kidding. There's a Die Hard Trilogy 2. That's actually a thing. God help me whenever I get around to that. And other than that, let me know what you thought of the video. Decided to do this one a little differently since I recorded the game, and it is quite repetitive. There's not a whole lot of variation within the individual games. So I thought my live commentary alone wouldn't have made for much of an entertaining video. Honestly, I've kind of enjoyed doing this, so let me know what you think. Drop a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't already. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.